Session 5 focuses on data management. As students in this Python Basics module more likely to use Python in data science, financial modeling, asset management, and business analytics, so how to manage and modify data efficiently is important. As we mentioned in the previous sessions, different data types require different ways to manage them more efficiently. Think about in the real-life finance modeling, we need to analyze large amounts of data, such as time series, news, maps, how to store them, how to call them quickly, how to clean up them more efficiently, how to rearrange and merge or combine them, how to present them, how to save them more wisely. All of them are crucial for data science and business analytics. We can also use some existing powerful Python libraries. Some of them were created and developed by financial experts and data scientists, so they know what they want and what the future followers need. The first and most popular library is Pandas. Many other specific financial modeling and engineering packages or libraries are based on this library as well. Going through the whole notebook of this session quickly, then we can clear the outputs in all cells as we did in the previous session, so we can run each cell one by one and explain the key items step by step. Of course, you can pause the video at any time and read the comments on the screen more carefully. If you want to write these codes in your own machine, feel free to pause the video. We encourage students to write down the code so they can feel it and build some kinds of muscle memory. But remember, if you want to run the code or these cells, you need run from the top cell to the bottom cell step by step. Since some cells are built on the actions, outputs, and variables that were implemented in the previous cells or steps. As you just saw, there are many outputs or tables of data in this notebook, so it is good to clear the outputs in each cell, and we can focus on the code in cells one by one. You can go to Edit option and click Clear Outputs from All Cells button. Once clicked it, all outputs and tables are gone, so the notebook looks nicer. Sometimes the cells in the notebook are not shown immediately. You can keep scrolling the screen to let them appear. This was not common in the early days, but I saw more and more often with this issue. Maybe the Jupyter Notebook developer does not keep improving their software, or they are moving their focus and efforts to the online cloud-based versions. Now let us move to the top of this notebook and start with installing and importing the Pandas and NumPy libraries. As expected, like the previous session, we have not installed the Pandas library in the Anaconda Navigator's virtual environment, so there should be an error message. No worries about the NumPy library, we have installed it in the virtual environment already. Move back to the Anaconda Navigator and look at the Python Basics environment. We can follow the same way as we did in the previous video to install Pandas. Here we have a different situation, so pay more attention to learn the new way of installing a Python library. First, we cannot find the Pandas library in the Not Installed panel, maybe because the library is not mentioned in the list of Anaconda. Sometimes some new libraries may have this kind of situation, or maybe in our case, I wrote an incorrect name, so we cannot see the Pandas library. I hope in your own machine, you should have this library in the Not Installed list. If your own machine has the Pandas in the Not Installed list, you can follow our procedure of installing NumPy in the previous video to install Pandas as well. Second, if you have the same issue as we are doing now, then go back to the Jupyter Notebook, double-check the error message, then open a web page and Google install Pandas pip. You will see this web page. All Python libraries have this web page. So in your future Python project, if you want to install new packages or libraries, follow the same process and go to this kind of web page. This page lists the latest version of this Python library. In our case, the Pandas version 2.3.2. More often, this version is newer than the version in the Anaconda Not Installed list. Then click the Copy to Clipboard button to copy the pip install Pandas. Then follow the remaining process in this video carefully. You can pause the video at any time and implement in your machine step by step. Copy the pip install Pandas into the terminal. Now, the Pandas library should be installed into the installed list of this Python Basics environment. If you cannot see it, you may move out this environment by clicking the base root environment. Then go back to the Python Basics environment again so the screen is refreshed. It takes a few seconds to import the two Python libraries, so the star logo is showing in front of the cell. Now let us install the Get package. If you want to know what is it, you can go to the reference web page link. Anyway, you will see what is it in the remaining cells. This package is not common, so sometimes it has issues to install. Follow this video first, and we discuss step by step. Initially, we can find it in the Not Installed list in the Anaconda Navigator, so we follow the traditional way to install it. But after we have done this process, we still cannot run the Jupyter Notebook. Maybe the version in the Anaconda is too old, since nowadays people use Jupyter Notebook do not use this package quite often, so Jupyter Notebook does not update this package often. How can we resolve this issue? Yes, we can follow the same process as we just did for installing the Pandas. You can see that the latest version number on the web page is much new, compared to the old version in the Anaconda. although the version number in the installed environment is still the old version. Anyway, after installing the new latest version, you can run the cell in the Jupyter Notebook. Now let us install the library. You can try it by yourself. If one way is not working, then try the second way as we just did. So the first way is working, and we can run the cell without error messages. The version number is slightly different, but it is okay. We now start going through the remaining cells. We stop here for the first part of this session 5. See you in next part of this session soon.